He could go Golden Bolt.
That's win nut and the bolt.
This like new thing. I hate the Golden Bolt. I hate the
visually.
Golden Bolt.
The tournament or like the prize?
From a competitor's perspective, it's really weird. Like you win the giant nut, that's supposed to be the thing, right? That's like the thing. And the thing
it's supposed to be the high prize in all the land.
The last fight of the entire filming session was the nut. And now they're filming the second thing after the nut every year. And that makes it weird. Like the wind is totally taken out of your sails. You have to be like, we make jokes. Oh, Paulie was prepping bots before the nut final. Like he was prepping bots more than the one that he needed to win the final. That's true now. Like you have to go from nut to Golden Bolt if you win and you aren't already in the Golden Bolt. That's a weird dynamic. You're
not many people have 3 bots to prep.
It's quite literally goalpost moving.
There's a bunch of issues. I mean, it causes really us to be there longer when they're filming basically 2 shows, right?
3 if you count the bounty situation. So I just thought about this. I was like, it's 2. It's bounties, which they marketed as another show, Golden Bolt, and the main tournament. That's a lot of shit.
Once you get past the 16, you can't get in those tournaments unless you win it all. So there's a lot of people left out, a lot of good bots.
It's just weird. It's just weird that the Golden Bolt, last year, I remember very specifically, I can talk about this.
And the Golden Bolt had a higher prize too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Golden Bolt should almost be like
what's with that? Why would the Golden Bolt? It's literally the people who didn't make it into the giant nut. Why would that have a higher prize?
Well, and it's generally worse bots too, because it's all the people who lost early in the tournament that get into the squib tournaments, and then it's just the best of the worst at that point. You don't get the top 16 bots.
The reason for here you go. The reason for the prize is because it is goalpost extending, and because they want you to keep fighting after you've already lost a nut.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good for people to get some more matches if you are out of the bracket.
Now, shred it first, time to shine.
I mean, last year that's Deep Six had a lot of really cool fights. I understand as a competitor it's stupid, but whatever. I mean,
it kind of waters down the meeting of the whole giant nut in the main bracket a little bit.
Yeah.
When you're there, especially, I think when they're framing it as separate television shows, it doesn't do that as much. Like from just an audience perspective of like, this person won the giant nut. That's great. When you're there, it's like, hey, I'm staring down the barrel of another 4 fights.
Right.
Like that's not mentally. That's like tough. That's gotta be tough.
Can you pull up the Anthony question there, the Golden Bolt one? To get into the Golden Bolt, you have to do the mini kind of tournaments. They were the bounty hunter tournaments, and now they're just like straight tournaments now of, 8 bots? So they get 3 fights, you win that in the mini tournament, and then you get into the Golden Bolt tournament. So right now, we don't know. Nobody knows who's in those tournaments to get into the Golden Bolt.
But you still have the bounty heads too, though.
No, not anymore. Nope.
They got rid of that.
There is no bounty heads. They're done with that. There's just the little mini tournaments now. Before you had to win the mini tournament and then beat the end guy. Now you don't have the end guy anymore.
With former nut winners and this season's nut.
Everybody in the Golden Bolt either won a nut or won one of the little mini tournaments to get into it. But in general, they're only in the mini tournaments because they didn't do jack in the main tournament.